Hey again everyone, welcome back to the stage. We've got more great videos coming your way this week. If you've been following the trend on my channel here, you know what raid is next. That's right, today we're covering the Abyss. This dungeon is split up into 4 separate dungeons, so let's jump right in and cover all of them. Starting off in Phase 1, we meet a familiar face, one of the most annoying bosses in the early game, if I do say so myself, and let's just say he's only got worse from there. So let's jump in on how to avoid his attacks. For the boss's basic combo, the boss attacks with a string of attacks dealing low to medium damage, higher if you have no defense. The demonic hand will pick you up, and the shockwaves will push you away, knocking you down. If you have super armor, you should be fine tanking this attack, otherwise be ready to get tossed around like a ragdoll. To avoid this attack, go behind the boss. For the boss's Abyssal Flames lunge, the boss enters a stance and lunges forward, flames of the abyss trailing behind him as he does so. This attack will continuously hit you until he stops, dealing decent damage if you get hit enough times. To avoid this attack, simply go behind him. For the crystals mechanic, over time crystals will spawn on the map. These do not do anything to you as long as you stay away from them. Get too close and they'll activate a black hole effect, making you unable to press any attack buttons, period. For the boss's teleport mechanic, again, like most raid bosses, Rand can also teleport. When he does so, he also has a black hole effect as well. You will again be unable to press any attack buttons until he releases you. For the boss's summoned shadow, the boss marks an area on the map with a magic circle. If you step on it, he does a similar attack to what he did in Hamel's Hall of Water. The shadow will pop up and slowly lift you into the air before attacking. If you get lifted, you will be unable to press anything until it releases you. You can still avoid this attack if you're quick enough, even if you get picked up, but should you get hit, quickly put on a res title because this attack hurts even me. For the boss's imbuing power, over time Rand will imbue your character with power and mark you with a black hole orb. You can check your debuff bar to see just how much time you have before the orb activates. When it does, you will be inflicted with a silence debuff for a short time and, if caught in it, will get sucked into the orb. If you can't escape, mana break inside the orb to get out. If the orb activates on top of a crystal, the crystal will also have its own black hole orb with the same properties. If this happens, switch to the opposite side to avoid the orbs. For the connecting members mechanic, this mechanic is actually a good thing. Rand will connect both your character and himself with a laser. Don't worry, the laser does not hurt you. However, you can use the laser to get rid of those pesky crystals around the map by simply letting it go through them. Over time, it deals enough damage to completely destroy them. Use this mechanic wisely to not allow those crystals to run rampant. For the boss's ultimate attack, well, you made it. This is the boss's ultimate attack for Phase 1. The boss will teleport to the background and cover the map in red orbs. Your job to survive this mechanic is to run around those orbs and find which one flashes white, as that is a safe spot, and stand in it. The boss will do this multiple times, so be quick and find the safe spot before Rand attacks. Welcome to Phase 2. Rand transforms and the fight starts anew. He also has a lot more attacks in his arsenal, so let's waste no time and jump right in. For the connecting space mechanic, immediately upon the start of this phase and over time, you'll see text stating that Shadow of Greed is connecting the space. This is your cue to look above your head. You'll see a crystal. Don't worry, this won't hurt you. When the crystal's debuff expires, Wherever you are standing, it will place a teleporter beneath you. It will also place a second teleporter at a random spot on the map. Upon stepping on this, you will teleport to the other spot. Use this wisely to avoid attacks. For the boss's basic combo, the boss again attacks with a basic string of attacks ending with shockwaves that send you flying. And be warned, these can send you flying off the map. Like this.
In
the arms of the angel.
To avoid this, you can use super armor to not get sent flying. For the boss's teleport mechanic, just like Phase 1, Ran can also teleport. Not really much of a difference. For the Abyssal Flames mechanic, Ran covers both sides of himself with a line of flames. These flames continuously damage you as long as you're stepping on them. Go to the opposite platform to avoid the flames. For the Unstable Abyss Aura mechanic, the first extremely dangerous mechanic, in solo mode it tells you where the aura is spawning. If it's not on the same side you're on, you're good. If it is, pick it up and run. Get away from Ran ASAP until the aura explodes. It won't hurt you if you're carrying it. If the aura explodes and Ran is within the explosion, he will heal and gain an attack power increase, which only makes things more dangerous for you. For the boss's square mechanic, the boss will expand a square around him, causing a debuff to be constantly applied to you the longer you are in it that cuts your speed per stack up to 5 stacks. However, if you were to get more than 3 stacks, simply wait for it to hit 5 stacks and the debuff will self-cleanse. For the boss's Pierce mechanic, the boss will teleport to either the left or the right side of the map and a crystal will spawn somewhere on the map. You must find this crystal and let it tether to you. If the crystal spawns high, you go low. If it spawns low, you go high. The boss must cross the line during this attack. If he does not, he will insta-kill you. Keep this in mind. For the boss's ultimate attack, yep, even in Phase 2, the boss has an ultimate attack. For this one, however, you must quickly make your way to the very edge of the map, whichever you are closer to. Go to the very top platform on either side and wait for the boss to teleport to you. When he does, take the teleporter to the other side. When he teleports to you, he will cover a portion of the map in a red glow. The reason you must be at the ends is because if he is in the middle of the map when he does this, no spot will be safe and he will insta-kill you. Be quick when you notice the screen zoom out. Moving on to Phase 3, well, you made it to the final phase of this raid. Ran again transforms, and this time he is a massive beast. The good news is he doesn't move around and he's a big target. If you're a big bosser, you're going to love this phase. This phase also introduces a new mechanic. At the top of your screen, you'll see a red orb with F1, default as F1, on it. Pressing F1 will change it to a blue orb. Your orb's color must be opposite to the boss in order to hit him. If it's red, you must be blue. If it's blue, you must be red. For the boss's line explosion attack, the boss will cover an area in a red aura showing where he is targeting with an explosion attack. When the line fades, orbs will explode along it. This attack doesn't do much damage, so if he's doing it to you, you can tank it. Just be mindful of the hit stun. For the map-wide orbs, the boss extends an arm, sending orbs flying out everywhere. This attack may cause you to panic because it covers the entire map, but there is a way to avoid it. If you match your orb's color to the orbs coming at your character, they will not hurt you at all. That being said though, this attack does nowhere near as much damage as it used to, so you should be able to tank it. The Colossal Abyss Crystal, or Meteor for short, is a large crystal that the boss drops from the sky. The meteor will slowly descend towards the ground and will also have a specific color emanating from it. If it's blue, you must be red to hit it. If it's red, you must be blue to hit it. Destroy this meteor before it hits the ground to avoid the boss healing and you taking massive damage. This meteor can be frozen to keep it in place as well. For the boss's unstable abyss power mechanic, or matching for short, it causes a specific mark to be placed on your character and another mark to be placed somewhere on the map. This mark could either be a red or blue triangle or a red or blue circle. It's exactly as it sounds. If you have a red or blue triangle, match it with the red or blue triangle magic circle that spawns. To tell these apart is pretty simple. The circles will have circles emanating from the ground, the triangles will have triangles pointing down. If you fail to match the symbols correctly or take too long, the boss causes an explosion that will insta-kill you. For the boss's absorb mechanic, this was once the hardest mechanic for this raid, but after the nerfs, it quite literally turned into the easiest one. For solo mode, you only have to do this twice. When you see text stating that the boss's absorbing power is nearby, go to the opposite side of the map and match your orb's color to the incoming orb to absorb it. These orbs move extremely slow, and the boss cannot do any other attack while this mechanic is happening, so you can actually use this to your advantage to gain a longer DPS phase. Just make sure to not let the boss absorb a red or blue orb, as doing so will heal him and make him gain increased damage reduction. If he absorbs the light orb, he won't heal and will instead take more damage. Regardless of what orb hits the boss, he will change sides and colors after this. For the boss's backrooms mechanic, if you manage to destroy the meteor before another one appears on the screen, you have to unless you can freeze it. The boss will eventually teleport you to the backrooms. This is an area where you will see one of the bosses from an earlier dungeon, and they will perform one of their ultimate attacks. This is all things you've seen before, so just pay attention to what attack is happening and do the exact same thing to avoid it. For the boss's Devour mechanic, this is the ultimate attack for the boss for Phase 3. Devour happens when you see text stating Abyss is beginning to devour everything. When you see this, immediately stop attacking the boss and run around the map, switching your orb's color while doing so to find the safe spots. To avoid this attack, all you need to do is stand on one of the safe spots that matches your orb's color. Failure to do this will result in your death. The boss will change sides and colors after this. Upon reaching 6-ish bars, the boss will enter his berserk state and heal to 100 bars. Blue and red orbs will constantly be fired in all directions, and the boss can also summon multiple meteors at once, while also having those same black hole orbs from Phase 1 appear around the map, still causing silence on you if hit. To stop it, you must either defeat the boss while he is in this state, or wait for Absorb to make him absorb a light orb. During the Berserk state, however, you will also gain a buff that completely mitigates the Demon Realm debuff for the entirety of it as long as you stay alive. If you do die, you lose the buff, so try to stay alive and defeat him quickly. Some tips for newer players. This dungeon is unlike any of the others you have done up to this point. It is significantly harder and you may die quite a bit, but keep at it and you'll know this raid like the back of your hand. For Phase 1, keep an eye on your health. His attacks do hurt, but with a nicely timed potion, you won't ever die from them unless it's an insta-kill. Stay on the far left side of the map as crystals are far less likely to spawn on the very ends, and pay attention to your debuffs. That bar is literally your best friend. For Phase 2, avoid his basic combo like the plague, unless you have super armor. He can and will send you flying off the map, just like in Varnamir Raid when Rosso does his Cliff Yeet attack. You can try to keep him on one end of the map, and just stay on the opposite side of the boss so he sends you flying back onto another platform at least, but that's still a DPS loss because you're knocked down. Everything else is fair game, but that is the most threatening attack to you if you cannot gain super armor. For phase 3, do not stop attacking. He has a massive HP pool, and getting it down will take some time. Throw out your damage dealing skills every chance you get, and only stop if you have to perform a mechanic. Stay on him and you'll get your clear.
Well then, we're getting into some much more challenging content here, but make sure you follow along and you'll do just fine. As I've stated before, the goal is the same as Varnamir and Birth Raids, getting that sweet weapon and those awesome rewards for weekly clears. The curtains are closing for now, but be sure to come on back when we open them again. And don't forget to break some legs and do the whoosh.